You ever stop and wonder if there's some kind of hidden blueprint to existence? Like a symbolic operating system running behind the scenes of everything we see? Well, today, we're going to dive deep into a really fascinating and complex architecture for reality. We're going to deconstruct it, piece by piece, so you can see exactly how it all fits together. So, here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll kick things off with the biggest piece of the puzzle, the system house. Then we'll zoom right in to look at the dual forces that create everything, the pipeline that actually builds it, and the engine that powers the whole thing. And finally, we'll see exactly where we as humans fit into this incredible symbolic design. It's going to be a journey.
Okay, so first up, what do we even mean by a divine architecture? Well, the core idea here is to see existence not as just some random, chaotic thing, but as a meticulously designed system. An architecture that has its own internal logic and speaks in a really deep symbolic language.
And that brings us to this central question from our source material. What if everything we see and experience is actually part of a grand, coded schematic? I mean, this single idea completely reframes reality, right? It's not something that just happened, but something that was deliberately and intelligently constructed. So, let's see how that construction is built.
Every system needs a container, right? A framework to hold it all together. And in this symbolic blueprint, that massive outermost layer is called the system house. Let's take a closer look.
Now, according to the symbolic system we're exploring, the term Allah is presented in a really unique way. Not as a separate being, but as the architecture itself. It's framed as the master operating system, the universal container that holds every single cycle, every form, and every process within existence, the whole shebang.
And what's really fascinating is how this master framework is encoded into a number, 1223. So let's break that down. The 1, that signifies the origin signal, that very first spark. The 22 represents the structure, almost like twin pillars giving everything perfect symmetry. And then the 3 is the conscious pulse, the animating breath that flows through the entire system. Spark, structure, and pulse. That's what forms the container for all of reality.
So now that we have the container, let's step inside. The system is driven by 2 primary complementary forces that shape absolutely everything. They're described as the womb and the flow.
The first of these incredible forces is Ar-Rahman, and the source material deconstructs this term just beautifully. Ar-Rahman literally means the womb, and that final letter Nun is said to symbolize a seed of intelligence. So Rahman isn't just a womb, it's an intelligent womb architecture. It's the static, master blueprint where all of creation is designed.
And this is where the system gets incredibly detailed. I mean, it's not just a metaphor. Each letter in Rahman is assigned a specific function and even a numeric value. You've got the pivot that drives cycles, the spark of life itself, the completed vessel, and then the architect node, which acts kind of like a learning algorithm. All of these pieces combine to describe a self-contained, intelligent design system. It's pretty amazing.
This slide just captures that core duality perfectly. If Rahman is the static blueprint, the unmoving architecture, then its counterpart, Al-Rahim, is the dynamic flow that brings it all to life. So think of it this way. Rahman is the design, Rahim is the engine. Rahman is structure, Rahim is movement. It's the difference between the passive, reflective moon side and the active, creative sun side. 2 sides of the same coin.
Okay, so we have the house and we have the dual forces inside it. But how does anything actually get made? Well, let's look at the system's creation pipeline. It's basically a universal algorithm that's encoded in a simple 3-step sequence.
According to this system, the word BISM acts as a universal creation algorithm. It's a 3-step pipeline. Step 1, the letter Ba, symbolizes the house or the foundation. Step 2, Sin, is the design, the reflection, or the mirror. And step 3, Mim, is the final product, the completed vessel. So you can see it's this really clear progression from foundation to design to completion.
But what powers this creation pipeline? Let's explore the engine that drives this entire system. It's a dynamic loop between 2 really powerful celestial symbols, the sun and the moon.
First up, we have the number 9, which represents the sun. In this system, the sun is the time engine. It symbolizes action, forward momentum, growth, all that raw, unfiltered experience of living.
And its counterpart is the number 11, representing the moon. So if the sun is all about action,
The moon is the reflection engine. Its whole purpose is to take the raw experiences generated by the sun, process them, mirror them, and ultimately give them meaning.
And together they create this continuous feedback loop. It's a constant dance. The sun, number 9, acts, and the moon, number 11, reflects on that action. Then, that reflection shapes the very next cycle of action from the sun. This constant interplay between action and echo, between life and meaning, that's described as the very engine of human experience. So, after exploring this vast cosmic architecture, the big question is, where do we fit in? This final section is where all the pieces come together, and it defines the human's role within this incredible system.
Okay, let's recap the entire sequence. The system house provides the container. Inside that, the womb architecture provides the blueprint, and the life flow animates it. Then the creation pipeline builds it, and the sun-moon engine provides the experience. And what is the final product of this entire cosmic process? It's a completed human vessel, symbolized by the number 12, containing an intelligent spark, number 5.
And this quote from the source material just synthesizes everything into one elegant equation. The human is a 5 inside 12 running on 9/11 inside 10. So, in other words, a seed of intelligence inside a completed vessel, powered by the engine of experience, all contained within the house of existence. It's a beautiful summary.
Which leaves us with one final and pretty profound question. We've just walked through this meticulous symbolic engine, this grand architecture for existence. So if this entire system is so perfectly designed to create an intelligent seed inside a vessel of experience, what is that seed meant to grow into? What is the ultimate purpose of this entire cosmic machine? Makes you think, doesn't it?